So borrowing mistake number 1, lack of a vision, a budget, or a plan. Most of the people, when they borrow not because there was a plan, but because there was a wave. And you find yourself just borrowing, just getting into it. There's no plan. The other problem is funds diversion. You borrow for something, then you do something different. Simply because the plots are being advertised and there's a quick return, you immediately commit to that. Somehow you find yourself, you might be very lucky. Others, they borrow and they lie when they are borrowing, but they take all that money to betting. Betting is an investment, a very, very good investment for the owner of the company, not for you. You should look at the kind of turnovers those companies have. I want to guarantee you they are nice, so keep sending. They like you. They like you a lot. They are reminding even you now that this weekend, they call you those nice names. They keep sending you SMSs. They keep triggering you to send something. That's diversion. The next borrowing mistake, lack of impact analysis. We never analyze the impact of our borrowing. Whenever you don't analyze the impact of that borrowing on your cash flow, on your salary, you just borrow because you qualify. You just sign those forms. You just ask for it simply because you got an SMS from a digital lending platform telling you that now you qualify for this. And you know the limit, the more you borrow and pay, the more your limit goes. Oh, you know these things. So you really want to improve on your limit. You keep depositing and withdrawing so that the account looks busy and it's the same money, so that the limit goes up. And the next mistake we make is when we borrow based on emotions and greed. Sometimes you just borrow in a hurry because there's something pushing you to borrow and you really don't need that money. The other borrowing mistake we make is because of external influence and internal influence. Influence is 2 ways. Sometimes you also give yourself pressure. Why am I the only one? Look at the others. They are actually earning less. And your spouse comes and confirms, yes, in fact, that's a junior officer, but look at what they are driving. Look at where they are living. You know, you go copying without studying and to get to know exactly the truth. You are competing with somebody who is staying with their mother, but you don't know. They will never tell you. They are driving a big car, but when they are going home, everything is taken care of. You also don't know the other activities they engage in. You give yourself a lot of pressure, and you give your spouse pressure. Look at this person, he's not even 35. And here he kwani, karegani. Then you say, jaza hiyo kitu, isn't it? Sini yangu nitalipa. Another mistake I found people doing is borrowing because they qualify. One of the signs of getting to know whether a loan is going to be defaulted is when somebody comes and asks, how much do I qualify for? So in the first place, they had no plan. They are coming to check. As a lender, be very careful with somebody who has no idea how much they qualify for, so they have no plan. That tells you even the repayment plan is not there. And when you tell them a higher limit than they were expecting, they're like, wow, you guys are so nice. You mean, how did I get to that point? Where can I sign? Do you know, most people, they don't even want to check those things, terms and conditions apply, the star, please turn over leave for details and all that. They just want the X. Where am I signing? Then immediately they start asking, how long will it take? I don't know whether you're able to, is that something I can do? And he didn't know how much he qualified. There was no plan in the first place. And then come month 1, month 2, month 3, because he's going to the ATM. Ding, ding. In fact, you can use their bank statement to do the map of Kenya because of the places and towns where they withdraw from. Withdraw from Naivasha, withdraw from Nakuru, withdraw from Mombasa. They have swiped at an airport. Then you see they have swiped at Mombasa. Then you know they must have flown. Then you see all these payments. You can actually put a map. Some, they do that to the pension. And then on the 3rd month, they come, can you give me a statement? And they go and wait. Then they start, this money, what is happening? Can you give me an explanation? Can I sit with someone to take me through? And when you take them through and they realize they have consumed all the money, they're like, this money is like it's bewitched. Money has no character of its own. It takes the character, the shape, and the color of the holder. Money has no issue staying anywhere. It stays where you take it. So you take then you have committed, check off for the next 60 months. You even say, put the longest duration so that I pay a small installment, but I know I will pay before time. Is that familiar? I also know you will pay before time. Meaning like you have paid before time. You want to convince now. Others, when you call them for a debt, they say, now, what is all this? He's calling. This is little money and he's just calling. If it's little money, why are you not paying? I thought it was little money. I'm also wondering, it is little money. You should have paid. Are these things real? Do they happen? The self-imposed pressure sometimes is because we look at ourselves. You look at your age mates. You look at your colleagues. You look at the environment. You start now getting some pressure. You start feeling like maybe these are running, these are going. And you push yourself. And you end up realizing that the same people you are borrowing so that you go and impress, they are not even interested in the evaluation. And then you have committed yourself for a long time. Anytime before you borrow, go and check what is the total cost of borrowing. How much will it cost me? You know you never check. That is why the people who lend money and succeed, they sell convenience, because customers are convenience driven and not cost driven. Can I get it now? Yes. Can I get it on my phone now? Yes. Can I apply through the digital platform? Yes. Then you don't even check what is the impact. And your salary and your income is not increasing at the same level. Then you will catch up with someone. You will buy what the others have bought, but you've committed yourself to a loan installment for the next 10 years. And you're not looking at the impact of that. So the next 10 years or so, you can't borrow anything else. You're already trapped in debt. Modern day hangings, modern day slaves. One of the other answers I found to be very, very, very common is competition. And it goes all around that. You always feel like so and so because you used to be ahead of him in school, even money-wise, because they finished school in primary school, and you are still learning, and you're also a student of life, so you have to, and you are a member of Sense 101. So you're continuous learning. You know, we say we are always students of life. And this one stopped learning, and he's doing it and you can't do it. Then you start competing. Run your own race, because you don't know what that person is going through and what they're doing. Borrowing for consumption and pressure. Anytime you borrow to finance your holiday and to do things that are not giving you an income, you are putting yourself and setting yourself up. Borrowing, another one is borrowing up because of adverts. It is not every advert that is meant to be yours. You're not meant to respond to all the adverts from the money lenders. Raruam kopo. So you find yourself all the time so enticing. Zero deposit. We are financing you with the charges. Can I make more offers? Grace period. Free insurance. We can even disperse some of it in advance. We have a panel of service providers. It is made very, very easy. Then you think they are the ones, you are the one they are telling. It is not all the adverts that are meant to be yours. We are 45 or so million Kenyans and above. You don't have to respond to every one of them. Don't borrow because of that, just that advert and pleasure and gratifying your interest. And lastly, the other mistake we make is because we have an unclear repayment plan. I had somebody borrowing money, and what he said was that when we asked him how he's going to pay us, it was personal money. He said, it's okay, we said it in vernacular. It came out very well in vernacular. But he was saying it will be possible for it to be paid. So you can translate that into a vernacular. Italipika. Then how? Don't worry. Anytime you borrow money and you're like, yeah, we will clear it. This will deal with it. Be very, very, very careful. You're still the same person and your account is still the same one. Unless your incomes are changing, don't consider borrowing without checking the impact of your borrowing.